Welcome back to Bratislava in Slovakia for the final day of the 2021 ICF Canoe Slalom World Championships. Well, 235 athletes from 45 nations have travelled here to the rough waters of the River Danube here on the outskirts of Bratislava. And we're now down to the final 10. It's finals time in the men's canoe and the women's canoe competition, where we crown the world champion of 2021. Here at this great artificial venue, built in 1997 and has had a recent upgrade that has made the course even more challenging, fast and furious as it drops 6 meters from top to bottom. We are into the World Championship finals on this perfect autumn sunny day. Myself, Andy Maddock, and I'm pleased to say alongside me, Kimberly Woods of the Great Britain team and World Championship bronze medalist yesterday. Congratulations and welcome.
Thank you, nice to be here.
So 23 gates is what stands in the way of these athletes and a world title. Our course designers, Irati Goykacheya and Marianne Aguilon, have set a challenging course. And here is the medal table so far as we come into the final day. So we have the women's canoe final, the top 10 from the semi-final. First up, and then on the back of that, we will have the men's canoe competition. So the athletes kneeling in the boat with a single-bladed paddle. And, well, we've got big news already because the world champion, Andrea Herzog, has not qualified through to the final. Neither has the Olympic champion, Jessica Fox, the World Cup champion, Teresa Fisarova, and, of course, yourself, Kimberly Woods. Some big names not making it through. But there is this start list still, some big names to come.
Yeah, for sure. It's such a hard course and so many top girls went out, but it's nice to see that the young guns get the opportunity for medals on this course.
So 10 boats racing it out for the world title of 2021. Here's some of the stats on the course, and it does seem that the bottom section of the course here is where it's not so much the 50-second penalties, it's that all the hard work from the first 18 gates can be undone on just a couple of extra touches on the bottom part.
Yeah, you can't switch off at all until you're through that last gate.
So we're racing in this World Championship final. And first to go, Mallory Franklin of Great Britain, the silver medalist from the Olympic Games in Tokyo, and of course world champion in 2017. And you told me just before we went on air that Mallory started 10th when she won that world title in 2017.
Yeah, she's such a confident paddler, and she'll definitely put down a marker for the girls to chase.
Well, it's all about now delivering it, keeping it fast and clean. If you're new to the sport of canoe slalom, you negotiate the gates in number order. Red and white gates in an upstream direction, green and white gates in a downstream direction. And no penalties is the name of the game. 2 seconds for a touch on a pole and 50 for missing a gate. And Mallory's had a good start.
Yeah, she really has. Just keeping the boat running really nicely, staying off those poles. Hopefully that's not commentator's curse, but yeah, no, she's keeping the boat running really nice, and she'll look to try and finish this really strong. So
she's kneeling in the boat with a single-bladed paddle, and through this 17-18 sequence, just has to duck off a little bit, but quite a direct line there. And now she's switching, getting ready for this critical move over the big drop here in Bratislava.
Yeah, she said that she's been struggling a little bit with the taking penalties and breaking out early, but she's gone in pretty safe down there, but she's keeping the boat running, and she has to hold on just for the last 2 gates, and that is so nice, and she'll be charging really hard to the finish.
Well, this is an outstanding run from Mallory Franklin of Great Britain. She's going to stop the clock. Is it under 100? It is! Wow. 99.34, and, well, Mallory manages a smile.
Yeah, she'll be really happy with that. She managed a clean run, and it was a bit sticky in a couple of places, but she'll be over the moon with that. She might not show it, but she'll definitely be happy.
Well, that is sensational because no one went under 100 seconds in the semi-finals. And so what a start to this final. Mallory Franklin has basically said, well, you've got to beat that if you want to take the world title here. Under 100 seconds is the name of the game. She was a bit cautious here on 20, wasn't she? But can understand that because she hasn't nailed that all weekend, as she was saying.
Yeah, she would have just been disciplined to go around the back. Probably not as far around as she did, but she had the boat speed, and yeah, she's got a long wait now.
Well, it is going to be a long wait as she waits to see if that is enough. But Mallory Franklin, what a performance under pressure. What a great slow-mo there. And, well, there's plenty of people who could challenge that time, but it's going to take a pretty special run to take the world title here in Bratislava. And we do have a Fox in this final, but it is not the Olympic champion, Jessica Fox. It is the younger sister, Noemie Fox of Australia, goes for gold here in Bratislava.
Yeah, it's so good seeing Noemie in the final. Like, she's been paddling really well and knocking on the door of those finals. So, yeah, she made the K1 final in Ho, I think. But yeah, she's paddling awesome in C1 here.
Yeah, she has been having a good season, hasn't she? And she's an under-23 World Championship medalist in this event. So no stranger to the kind of pressure going off in a final. But it is about delivering now under pressure. She's spinning through 6, now through 7. Nicely done here. And already 3.71 down on the top part of the course. Just, you could see Mallory just attacked the top, didn't she? She looked like she really had the groove, felt the white water.
Yeah, she really did. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see quite a big gap on the podium, but I'd love to see the girls really fire out and get close to that time. Yeah, Noemie's actually done that move really well. It's quite a tricky move, that.
Super straight 12-13, because we've seen many people be the victim of that, not quite catch the wave between 12 and 13 and take a penalty or a paddle back on 13. So Noemie still looking smooth as she comes under the second split. We'll get an indication. 4.69, it's still a good run coming together, and it's faster than her semi-final performance.
Yeah, she's keeping the boat really nice and smooth. She's just got to keep control and get that grip for this lift in.
She looks like she's fighting all the way into the up, and a little bit low, but importantly, she's got some boat speed on the exit. It's so important to have the boat speed on the exit to have a bit of control through 21, 22 and 23.
Yeah, she did that really well, kept it nice and controlled and keep the grip.
Oh, great run here.
Yeah.
She has been given a 2-second penalty. No, she hasn't, sorry. That's it's a clean run for Australia's Noemie Fox. And into second place, 104.49.
104 is still a pretty good run in comparison to the semi-final times. So she'll be really happy with that.
I agree, the winning semi-final time was 103 point something. So Noemie has raised the game at a critical point and put herself in the mix in this final. Just see there, great camera angle. You see the scale of this drop. How does it feel, Kim, when you're just approaching that drop? Can you actually see the line actually down at the bottom?
No, you can't. You can't see the bottom of the poles at all. You've almost got to trust the line that you're on until very last minute, and then you can lift him in behind the gate. But it is pretty big drop. The biggest drop that I've ever paddled anyway. So
Mallory Franklin leads from Noemie Fox in the early stages of this Women's Canoe World Championship final. And well, here's an athlete who has had a good weekend so far. Elena Apel of Germany, now next to start. She won silver in the women's kayak event yesterday. She was on the podium with you, Kimberly. Can she add another medal to her tally?
Yeah, she's been really consistent this season. I think she's made most finals out of each races, and it's amazing to see that she's finally finding her groove. In both boats, she's very accomplished in both boats, so it's good to see if she can try and match Mallory's time.
Yeah, she was third in the World Cup standings this year, which is always a good indicator of that consistency. And look at that, she's taking the fight to Franklin of Great Britain. Nothing to choose between them on the top section. Looks like a penalty maybe on the upstream gate 10 with the bows of the boat.
That was a very nice cross there. She managed to lift the bows nice and get a good run into the back of the up.
So now nicely through 12 to 13. It is one of those moves that's caught so many people out. We saw Teresa Fisarova, who was eliminated in the semi-finals. That was where her big problems were. But Elena Apel of Germany looking fluid, looking smooth as she comes towards the split.
That was nice.
Nicely done, but down on the split compared to Mallory Franklin of Great Britain. So here is the critical move. The time is running out to challenge for the gold medal, but that is nice.
Very nice upstream. she'll be happy with that. I mean, this is her fourth go on the course now, and she's absolutely nailed those last 3 gates, so she's really taken it to Mallory on the finish line.
99.34 to beat. It's going to be close.
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
inside. Elena Apel of Germany has pulled apart this final. What a run that was, and the bottom part of the course was outstanding.
Yeah, and whereas we see, like, she took it really nicely into that last upstream, and that's really what gained her time on Mallory.
And let's just take a moment, because that includes a 2-second penalty, so 97.03 seconds. Elena Apel, surely that's going to be a medal, if not gold. That's going to take something special for someone to take away that.
Yeah, I mean, we thought this about Mallory's run, and yeah, Elena's just absolutely smashed it, and she's had an awesome weekend, so she'll be really happy, and you see so much emotion come out of the finish line as well.
So a silver medal yesterday, and well, it's early in the final, but I would be pretty confident to say there's a medal there for Elena, and what a weekend for the young German athlete. Elena Apel leads for Germany ahead of Mallory Franklin of Great Britain and Noemie Fox of Australia. And there you see the emotion in the German team. Thomas Apel there, very much showing his delight.
Got a Slovakian paddler coming down now. Monica will probably look to charge again. Home crowd, see what she can do.
So Monica Skachova of Slovakia now sets her World Championship campaign off. It's the World Championship final. We've already had 2 outstanding runs under 100 seconds. So to take gold here, we will be in for a treat if someone can beat that time set by Elena Apel.
It's interesting that Monica doesn't switch, so it's really good to see that even the girls, that they don't have to switch to be strong, and this, like, Monica is so strong on her crossbow.
So she was 9th in the Tokyo Olympics in the early part of August. Now on this course here that's been reconfigured for these championships, the rapid block movable obstacle system has been put in, and I have to say, it sounds like it's really popular amongst the athletes.
Yeah, I absolutely love the changes. I've only been here once before this year, so didn't really get used to it to start with. But yeah, the changes have been great, and Monica's off to a really good start at the minute. She's
Up on the split, but let's not forget it's the middle and the bottom, and particularly the bottom, that Elena Apel was so good on. So Skachova of Slovakia has lost a bit of time. Now she needs to use that local knowledge to good effect, and well, it's tight, but
wow,
it's a high-risk move. Can she keep it clean on the last 2 gates?
Optimum for the spin there, just slightly too late. Such a good run from her though, she kept really good composure the whole way down.
So it's going to be outside of the top 2. Will it slot into 3rd? It does. Monica Skachova of Slovakia goes into 3rd place.
Yeah, 1:03, still a very good time.
So pretty much, well, all 3 of the top 3 are quicker than anyone managed in the semi-final. So this women's canoe World Championship final is hotting up, and we've still got 6 boats to go. We had the fastest 6 boats from the semi-final, but it is Elena Apel of Germany leading ahead of Mallory Franklin of Great Britain and Monica Skachova of Slovakia.
Yeah, this final's definitely hotting up. It's kind of nice to be on the sidelines watching it and living it through them.
So Elena Apel is definitely making herself a new name to note at these World Championships. I think we can be confident she's come away with 2 individual medals. Not many people have managed to do that at a World Championship level.
Yeah, she's definitely made a name for herself, and she's still quite young as well. She's still got a lot of experience, but yeah, she's been absolutely amazing at these championships.
So next to start for France, Marjorie Delassus, 4th at the Olympic Games in early August, and very much a contender. I think she was 4th at the Under-23 Europeans. In fact, it was the Under-23 Worlds in 2019. So she produced that great performance in Tokyo, just off the podium. Can she get on the podium today? Well, it's going to take something special, but she's capable of doing it.
Yeah, that was a very nice spin from her. She's so light on top of the water.
She's up on the split by 3/4 of a second, but a little bit sticky there. She just goes through gate 9 and runs into the upstream 10, but super tight on 10.
Yeah, she's running the boat like, as I said, she sits so light on top of the water and she's so strong as well.
So through 12, but has she been... Oh, no, it's okay. Wow. It looked like she'd got a bit of a bad kick from 12, but no problems there. And now into 14. So it looks like she's keeping up her challenge as she comes down through towards this second split. And we'll see how she stacks up against race leader Elena Apel of Germany. And she's up, not by a little, by a lot. 1.71. And we are being treated to a great final here. Marjorie Delassus for France, and it's a great line into the upstream gate 20. 3 gates to go to take a world title here. And it's all a little bit got... The power of the water has taken over. No penalties, I don't think, but there's a time loss there, and look how quickly the time slips away. Delassus stops the clock, 1:03.88, and into 4th place.
Yeah, she was on such a good run there until those last 2 gates. You just can't switch off, and yeah, just got bounced around a bit too much.
Wow, we are halfway through this Women's Canoe World Championship final, and we've had some outstanding performances. And it is Elena Apel leading for Germany, ahead of Mallory Franklin of Great Britain, and then Monika Skachova of Slovakia. But we saw Marjorie Delassus. She showed us there's still time in the top and the middle. She didn't manage to deliver it at the bottom and had to settle for 4th place. It's great. You get a great perspective from the slow-mo of that bottom section.
Well, Elena Apel, here we are again. Yesterday you were leading halfway, today you're leading again. Can you go one better today and win the gold?
I don't know. The girls are very good and it's a tight fight here, so we will see.
Your run was incredible though. It's such a difficult course. You had a touch, but you're still leading. You must be happy with your run.
Yeah, I'm really happy with my run. The time was so good. Without the touch, I think I would be faster than my K1 run. So, yeah.
Fingers crossed. Good luck, Elena.
Sensational stuff here. You're live in Bratislava, Slovakia for the World Championship Women's Canoe Final. We're halfway through and Elena Apel has lit up this final with that stunning time, 97.03 plus 2 seconds of penalty, and leading the way with 5 still to go. Myself, Andy Maddock, and then alongside me, Kimberly Woods. And do you think anyone can beat that time, 99.03?
It's really hard to say. Like, the girls are really bringing it, and I know it would be an incredible run if someone were to beat her time, but she has a 2-second penalty, so it is very, very much possible.
Yeah, we thought that with Mallory Franklin. We thought, well, that's a benchmark and tough to beat, but it took an outstanding run to get ahead. So, well, all to play for. Second half of this women's canoe final here. And Alja Kozorog for Slovenia will be our next starter. 12th at the Olympic Games, and well, in her first World Championship final of the season. She missed out on the World Cup finals, so raising her game at just the right time in the season. And she looked really fluid in the semi-final. She looked like she had really good feel of the white water.
Yeah, she paddles at Tarsen, so I'm sure that she's used to big water there.
So this course drops over 6 meters from top to bottom, and hence the water is powerful as it is. Even without the gates, then it's quite a challenge. We've had the Wildwater Racing World Championships alongside this competition. Oh, but she's missed gate 9.
Yeah, she was just slightly too high on the line and like didn't get any contact with the stopper itself, but she'll look to reset and get the rest of the course well.
So no penalties, but that will show a big significant dent on the clock. Just saying about the Wildwater Racing, even without gates, then it's quite difficult holding your lines on this powerful, fast whitewater course. And Alja Kozorog, though, looks like she's recomposed herself very quickly and put that mistake early on behind her.
It's amazing to see her in the final. It's such a difficult course, and yeah, as you said, this is her first championship final, so it's cool to see that. She'll be happy that she made it.
So through 17-18, this is a tricky little move, isn't it? You have to watch the bows on the, particularly on gate 18.
Yeah, that move is really tricky because of the way it's set, and the stopper's a little bit inconsistent, but you can get quite a nice lucky jump through.
So 10 seconds, that expensive paddle back around gate 9 has cost her. And a cautious move on 20, but it's keeping it clean so far. That's critical here. Alja Kozorog now through the last gate and paddles to the finish line, but that mistake on gate 9 will be expensive indeed, and only into 6th place. So still, though, as you say, first World Championship final, and other than that mistake, she's clearly showed she's got some pace.
Yeah, and it's great to see that most of the girls have gone clean in this final, apart from Elena Apel, but I'm just mind blown.
Yeah, that's a really good observation, that is, isn't it? Because in the kayak finals yesterday, then there was a lot of penalties, a lot of mistakes, and maybe there's a bit of learning. How much do you look at the kayak results and the kayak kind of different runs and different methods in order to just inform that final race plan? You've got an extra day, essentially.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed the quality of the canoe racing step up since they changed the program. So it just shows that a lot of the girls have taken learning just from watching the kayaks. But now we have Gabriela Satkova coming down, and she's so fast on the water and like loves big water.
So of course now, can she beat the lead time? Elena Apel of Germany still at the top of the leaderboard, 99.03. And this is a great opportunity for the Czech Republic. Teresa Fisarova, who was 6th at the Olympic Games and World Cup champion of 2021, didn't make it through. So the hopes of the nation rest on this athlete.
Wow, that was very nice.
Nicely done through there. 2.5 down. But still very much in contention for a place in the top 3. Just a little bit sticky, running from 10 to 11. This is where Elena Apel and Mallory Franklin were just so flowing the boat, really running with the white water. It'll be interesting to see how Gabriela stacks up on the second split.
She's got a really long reach. Just to like get more power behind the boat and really good movement with the boat.
Well, it's going to be close, 0.25, so she's deceptively fast through that middle section. And Satkova of the Czech Republic is challenging for the race lead as she comes into the drop. Super tight. Is she going to be able to hold it together? Can she keep the boat tracking through these last 3 downstream gates? I think she's going to have to spin.
Yeah.
That's the danger, isn't it? If you leave the eddy with very little speed, then you become a bit of a passenger through there. And the time has slipped away on that spin and into 3rd place. So Satkova of the Czech Republic does slot in and knocks Monika Skachova of Slovakia out of a podium position. So that was deceptive, wasn't it? That middle section. I didn't think she looked as fast as she was.
Yeah, no, she seemed to gain some time. I think she was very good around 12-13, managed to like not get so much hit on the stopper, so she did really well round this up to stay off it.
She did, but ultimately I think she paid a bit of the price that she exited the upstream gate 20 with very little forward boat speed, didn't she? And
Yeah.
just struggled to find that line, 21, 22, 23. Had to spin on 22, and there's quite a significant time loss there if you are forced into that spin. Good result though, in third place at the moment. Elena Apel though leading for Germany ahead of Mallory Franklin of Great Britain and Gabriela Satkova of the Czech Republic. 3 boats to go in this Women's Canoe World Championship final.
Yeah, Nuria's really found her groove at the minute. Really looks connected to the boat and just moving really smoothly on the water. Let's see what she can do.
Nuria Vilarrubla of Spain on course now. She's a European champion from 2016. She was 8th in the Tokyo Games and 4th in the World Cup standings overall. So very capable of getting on the podium here. Super confident on that spin.
Yeah, she was actually quite late spinning off it, but managed to just hold it away.
And 0.83, she is up
Wow.
on the early split. So another athlete just bringing the challenge to Elena Apel of Germany, our current race leader.
A little bit low there, but she's managed to keep the boat moving.
What a final so far. Now, critical move here, a little bit sticky, and she's late on 12, but now just not quite finding that rhythm and the groove. She's got to re-establish that on this next section.
There's a nice upstream there. Let's see where she stacks up on the next split.
So she was 0.83 up on the race leader, Apel of Germany, and where is that going to be? That's now down 2.2. So the middle section, a little bit damaging there. Vilarrubla of Spain now coming towards the last 5 gates on this course. Well, a confident run in, a little bit low, but it gives her the boat speed to deliver these last 3 downstream gates.
That was really nice there.
Very confident, she's able to attack it, and now she's outside of her place in the top 2, and the time slips away at the bottom. 7th place for Nuria Vilarrubla of Spain, and well, it was a promising top section, but just didn't find the rhythm in the latter stages of the course, and the top 3 remain unchanged with 2 to go.
It just shows how strong Elena Apel was at that bottom half of the course. I really brought it, and yeah, I mean, I think that's now her with another medal with only 2 boats to go.
Good spot. Elena Apel of Germany knows she is going to come away from these championships with 2 individual medals. She doesn't know what colour yet for Germany. Mallory Franklin in 2nd at the moment for Great Britain. Gabriela Satkova of the Czech Republic lying in 3rd place. 2 to go. Myself, Andy Maddock, alongside me, Kimberly Woods of Great Britain, bronze medalist from yesterday's women's kayak event and semi-finalist in this competition in the canoe event. But penalties kept you out of the final.
Yeah, just a few too many penalties for me and a few little mistakes. But it's amazing just to even be on the start line for me and just watch these girls go down and absolutely boss it.
So 2 to go. Angele Hug of France is on course. And you say, yeah, it's amazing for you to just be here. You had a car accident in the preparations here in Bratislava, and a week ago you were kind of in plaster as a precaution in your leg.
Yeah, and today was just a little bit too much pain getting in the boat. Couldn't quite get it together, but glad to have just been on the start line, and great to see so many girls really pushing it in the final here, and yeah, just slightly down on the split with a 2-second penalty, but she's got pace.
Super confident on 8 to 9 there. She just casually leans forward, delivers the move, and 2.5 seconds down, but that surf across from 10 to 11 hasn't gone to plan. And stuck on the powerful stopper and late to 12. That's a big job to get back to 13.
Yeah, you see that she hasn't switched, so she chose to stay on the crossbar there, and it's very difficult to make sure the bows are light enough to get around 12.
So the time slipping away. But so important now for Angele just to refocus, make sure she delivers this bottom technical section of the course. through 17, 18. Good aerial shot here. You can see how offset the gates are. She does a good straight line, but she does take a penalty on the downstream 17. And now 10.5 seconds down. You can see how quickly a run can just fall away. Another penalty on 20. It's not going to be for the young French athlete, but I think still a name to watch for the future. She delivers the move forwards through the last 3 gates.
Yeah, the last 3 gates were really good. It's just a shame that she took too many penalties, but she'll be happy with the final. But a little bit upset that she couldn't bring it in the final.
So into 8th place for Hug of France, but it is Elena Apel now knowing she's got a silver medal, at least.
At least, yeah.
For Germany. Mallory Franklin of Great Britain knowing she's got a bronze medal, at least.
Yeah.
And Gabriela Satkova of the Czech Republic sitting in 3rd with 1 to go. This is an exciting women's canoe final. And, well, we've still got the fastest from the semi-finals. Alsu Minazova of the Russian Canoe Federation to go.
Yeah, she did such an amazing run in the semi-final. Let's see if she can gain a little bit more time and see if she can chase for the medals. She was actually quicker than the 3rd position at the minute with a 1:02. She thinks she did a 1:01+2, so.
She did, so yeah, she is definitely capable of getting into the podium positions here. Here we have it, the last paddler on the course in this women's canoe final. For the Russian Canoe Federation, Alsu Minazova goes for gold here in Bratislava. All eyes on this young athlete from the Russian Canoe Federation. Fastest from the semi-final. And it was really noticeable in that semi-final. She just seemed to be paddling very comfortably with the white water. She had the feel. Can she recreate that in this final?
Yeah, it's very easy when the water's going your way to just keep going through it. She had a really nice wave through 7 there. Didn't break on her at all. Nice through there, and still in touch with the time.
Yeah, 1.75. That's we don't want it to grow much more than that, but a good middle section will keep her right in the mix. But just not quite flowing how she might like from 10 to 11.
3rd position at the minute is a 3.47 down, so she can still fight for medals. She keeps the boat running nicely.
So yeah, to get on the podium, 1:02.50. That's the bronze medal. That's Gabriela Satkova of the Czech Republic at the moment. And well, still very much in this race for the podium. Alsu Minazova of the Russian Federation now 4.5 seconds down. So a bit of work to do for the bottom. It's still a respectable run, and another clean run so far. The women's canoe are showing everyone how to do it.
That was a really nice jump to the back and used the water really well in that eddy.
She's got the boat speed. Can she hold this move? 21, 22.
Make it look easy.
Very good. Effortless for the Russian. Alsu Minazova will cross the finish line outside of the medals into 8th place. But another strong performance. Look at that. There were 8 clean runs out of the 10, but there is no doubt about it. The world champion of 2021, Elena Apel of Germany, to add to the silver medal she won yesterday. And you can see the emotion there.
She's had such an amazing weekend, and it's nice to see the hard work's paid off for her this weekend. And yeah, no, it's amazing race to watch for that final.
Mallory Franklin takes another World Championship silver medal in this event, and Gabriela Satkova of the Czech Republic takes the bronze medal. But the celebrations are with the German team. 2nd individual gold medal of these championships. And your reflections on that final?
Jaw-dropping. Like, it was such amazing to watch, and the girls really did bring it. And yeah, Mallory straight off the back, like, with an amazing time under 100. But then not long after, Elena Apel came down and absolutely smashed it out of the park.
It was just great to see everyone performing really well. Like Noemie Fox in shot there, really finished off her season as she's built into it, and a really strong performance there, finishing 6th in the final. But yes, the honours go there to the person in shot. Elena Apel of Germany is world champion for 2021.
stays in the German Federation. 2019 was Andrea Herzog, so stays with Germany until next year. Hopefully someone else can do it, but yeah, the standard has just risen so much, and it's great to see.
Next year we will of course be having the World Championships in Augsburg in Germany, so a home event, and looking forward to that as Augsburg celebrates its 50th anniversary since the 1972 Olympic Games for which it was built.
Elena Apel, can you believe that you're a world champion?
No, I can't really believe it. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
It's your first final in C1, your first World Championship final. You won silver yesterday. I mean, how have you managed to be so calm this weekend?
I don't know. I just wanted to enjoy everything and every minute, and yeah, I think that was my key to success.
Tell me about how hard it's been this year for you.
It's been, for me, it was a great season. It wasn't really hard. I just had to qualify for the World Championships at the last 2 World Cups. That was a bit harder, but everything else was just perfect.
Congratulations, you are world champion. Well done.
Well, it's great to see there our world champion Elena Apel of Germany, and you can see how she's just processing it in her own mind, isn't she?
Yeah, it's such a big title to have, and like for her, things just went really well for her yesterday as well as today, and she'll be pleased. She'll go back and celebrate for sure.
So there's the results. Elena Apel takes gold for Germany ahead of Great Britain's Mallory Franklin and the Czech Republic's Gabriela Satkova in this women's canoe singles World Championship final. Well, we will be straight into the men's canoe event very shortly, so I'm going to swap my guests over. Myself, Andy Maddock, I will be staying with you. Don't go away. We've got the men's canoe final straight up, but a big thank you to Kimberly Woods for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a while, but yeah, off to watch Adam Burgess now in the C1 final.
Great. Well, thank you, Kimberly. And here is the lineup for this men's canoe final. The 10 fastest boats from the World Championship semi-final now race out in reverse order in this final. And we have some big names in this competition. Here's some of the stats from the semi-finals that just highlight the where the problems arose. And the main problems were gates 12, 13, and then that bottom section, which has been the undoing of many people's competition. So as we get ready for the start of this men's canoe final, I'd just like to welcome alongside me Zach Locken from the United States team, Tokyo Olympian, and you had a great performance, 7th at the Tokyo Games. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm really honored to commentate and on this World Champions final. I'm excited to see what people can do here.
Well, it's certainly going to be an exciting final. We've got some big names here. We've got the likes of the Olympic champion Benjamin Savsek, a world champion from 2017. Franz Anton, 2018 world champion. Gargaud Chanut, world champion here 10 years ago, and Olympic champion from Rio. Alexander Slafkovsky on his home water. You'd never rule him out, and he's kind of looking to finish on a high.
Yeah, and Benus, and got some local favorites. Unfortunately, Migurowski wasn't in, but I think we still have some really interesting people to watch.
And then you've got the young guns as well, haven't you? The sort of young up-and-coming Lucas Rohan, straight from silver medal at the Olympics, and he got in with 6 seconds in penalties.
Yeah, so I think easily he can improve, but also I'm interested in what Chalupka could do. He looked really good the first runs, and I think a lot of people are going to improve, get a lot cleaner, and I think we're going to see some good racing.
Well, we're underway. Our first boat in this men's canoe World Championship final, and it is Lucas Rohan of the Czech Republic. Czech Republic just taken a bronze medal in the women's canoe event. And they add to that here, well, just one two Czech boats in this 10-boat final.
You really see Lucas do the switching, and I think he's one of the only ones in the final that does the switching, and he did it at the Olympics in Tokyo, and it really shows how well he's improved that.
Let's see as he comes into this middle section in front of the grandstand. Really, he's got a really good run of the boat. He's attacking this course, and well, it's good to see a crowd here in the sunshine here in Bratislava.
Smoothly through there on his onside and into this up left. Under the poles, very nice.
Yeah, we can look at somewhere around under 90 seconds is possible on this course.
Yeah.
We know Chalupka managed that. He didn't manage it clean in the semi-finals, but that's an indication of under 90 to take the gold medal here.
Lucas going really well through here.
So he's the silver medalist from Tokyo. Now he switches to set up this big move on the course, and he eddies out on the eddy line.
Stuck on the eddy line. Yeah, that eddy line can be really hard. It's really boily and can just get you stuck on it.
It's all the hard work that he's done there, and unfortunately it just slips away. He is going to get a clean run, but the time lost in gate 20 is going to be significant. 99.15, and well, he knows the disappointment, and sadly it was that move on gate 20 after a pretty blistering run.
Yeah, I would agree. He took the risk as switching to his right side for that upright, and it's definitely worth the risk because it can really pay out, but unfortunately the eddy line said no.
Here we see it, just rejected, and it's so frustrating, isn't it? You get on that eddy line, you can see the gate, but ultimately you have to recirculate and come back to the gate, and you know that your World Championship medal hopes have just washed away.
Next up we have Adam Burgess, a really strong paddler.
Yeah, Adam Burgess, 4th at the Olympic Games, and again, someone who, well, yeah, he didn't have a straightforward semi-final run, but he got in. That's the main thing. Everybody starts from zero in the World Championship final. Next to start, Adam Burgess of Great Britain. Under 23 World Champion of 2015. 4th at the Tokyo Olympic Games this year. He took on this move forwards on the top in the semi-finals. It worked for him. Will he do that again?
I believe he will. I think it can be really fast, and as a lefty, I think it's pretty easy as well.
So through 3 and 4, they've not been straightforward. If you don't quite get the upstream gate 3, you quite often pay a price again in gate 4.
Yeah, we went direct. Minus 9.19 from Lucas. Oh no!
So he was a little bit tight on 8, wasn't
well,
he?
Luckily he's able to go back for it.
And he's missed gate 9, so he goes back for it. But, well, he took the advantage at the top, but he's paid a big price. And that is going to be expensive on the clock. Adam Burgess of Great Britain, well, hopefully he can refocus and he can show his skills on the rest of the course nicely through 12 and 13. So you obviously competed in the semi-finals, Zach. Where's the most technically challenging bit on this course, in your opinion?
For me, it was 17-18, where he's approaching right now. Kind of caught me up because it's an awkward move, but also the bottom of the course out of the last upright is very difficult. It's just extremely fast, and everything just happens so quickly.
So Adam Burgess showing he dropped 11 seconds on that mistake on gate 9, and has just added a penalty on the upstream gate 20. And he's had to duck off gate 22. Doesn't appear that it'll be penalised, but 105.96, and it's not going to be for Adam Burgess today. There is a review going on gate 22, as you called there. We'll have to wait to see. But here is where Adam's problem started. Bit too tight on 8, and then it was too much of a stretch for 9. You could see he was almost committing to leaning, and it just didn't happen. Here's gate 20 with the touch. I wonder if we'll just get a look at gate 22, which is where that review is ongoing. Here we have it. It's not a great camera angle, is it, to see?
Yeah, it's hard to see, but the judges will have multiple camera angles, so they'll be able to make a good call.
Yeah, so that's the broadcast angle, but there's plenty of other fixed cameras on all of these gates. So there's gate judges on the side of the river, but there's also a panel of video judges who have access to all those gates live, and they will assess it to make sure the correct penalty is awarded. So that's still under review, but Lukáš Rohan, the early leader still for the Czech Republic, as the Slovak crowd start to make some noise, because Matej Benus for Slovakia is going in this final. How much does he want this title? Matej has been hugely successful at World Cup level, European Championship level. He's an Olympic silver medalist, but he's only won one World Championship medal, and I think it was here 10 years ago.
Yeah, definitely a local favorite here. He trains here all the time, and I'm pretty sure he lives here all his life, so
He's just missed gate 8, has he not? Yes, that was...
I'm speechless.
Wow.
He just flew right past it.
Wow, well, it shows just the margins that these athletes are showing, but Matej Benus is out. He's not going to contest a medal here. 50 seconds in penalties on gate 8. I'm sure we'll get the slow-mo later, but we'll continue to watch this run, and that is a big, big surprise. He was surely a big favourite, but you can see on the split he's still competitive, but it's not going to be today for the Slovak paddler. And super tight in there. That's how to do it. Gate 20, he's showing his class, but the damage has been done at the top. Matej Benus for Slovakia paddles out his run, and he crosses the line in 3rd place. But a 50-second penalty on gate 8, and well, there's no disputing that. I did do a double take, I have to say, when he flew past it, but I'm sure we'll see that in the slow-mo.
Fastest time of first run was around 89, so that's, I guess, what we're looking for.
Here we have it. Gate 8, he was already thinking about gate 9, and it's
just
so
pulled
easily
a
done.
little too early.
Here we have it, another angle on it. And just
looks like he may have hit the bollard that kind of pushed him over.
So those are the margins, though, and canoe slalom doesn't respect people's reputations. It can be a brutal sport. You can go from hero to zero very quickly indeed. So Lukáš Rohan leads for the Czech Republic ahead of Adam Burgess of Great Britain and Matej Benus of Slovakia in 3rd place at the moment, but with that 50-second penalty. There we have our race leader just having a snack, looking pretty calm. Lukáš Rohan of the Czech Republic. So next to start, one of the emerging young talent, Nicolas Gestin of France, 2-time under-23 world champion. And, well, was super quick in the semi-finals. Can he repeat that form in this final? Well, at the moment, it's wide open because the lead time, 99, is, well, 10 seconds slower than we would have expected by now.
He may be young, but he's no stranger to finals. He's been in a final pretty much every year he's on the team.
So 0.46 down on the first split. That's no drama, because we know that Rohan was really quick on the top part of the course. It was the bottom part that was his undoing. So
very high and tight on that.
Super lines there. A bit late 12, but he's rescued that. So
he picked up a touch on 9.
So a little bit on the back foot at the moment, but Nicolas Gestin, remember, he needs to focus on his own race here because he could very easily put himself in a good position go into the race lead, because our race leader, Lukáš Rohan, lost nearly 10 seconds on the bottom drop. And a nice line in there.
That was very nice.
Very confident.
Oh, no.
So an extra penalty at the bottom. Gestin of France stops the clock, 94.81. It is into the race lead, but that still leaves the door wide open for those to come. And again, more penalties and causing the problem at the bottom. So I was saying with Kimberly earlier, then as you go over towards that upstream gate 20, the horizon of the drop, you don't actually get to see your line until very late.
Pretty much. You kind of just have to stay on one side and just wait patiently for a boofing stroke, and just hope for the best. You land in a good spot.
And the most important thing is you have to commit to it, don't you?
Yeah,
whatever
you
your plan.
Commit, and you really want to keep your bow dry, because if your bow digs, it's going to reject you. And we saw that many times with even the best in the world, that you can end up in the worst spot at the last upright.
So Gestin leads for France. We see him in the slow-mo, but there is an asterisk by his name. There is a review. I don't know which gate's going on, but don't forget, the review isn't just to add potential penalties on. Then there are occasions where the penalties are removed as well. So just making sure the competition is fair. 4 boats down. 6 boats to go in this, the men's canoe World Championship final. We're live from Bratislava in Slovakia. And
he's
on
eating
course,
something. That's fine.
Vaclav Chalupka of the Czech Republic, who was blisteringly fast in the semi-final. 89 seconds was his time, +4 in penalties. If he can go clean, he will be very hard to beat.
Very nice in number 4, in and out.
Just looks very smooth, very effortless. And that's the key to a fast canoe slalom run. Working with the white water and timing the strokes, using the power at the right time. No problems on 8 and 9.
No, that was a very nice. Wow, very high in 10.
It's a very confident move in
very
11 as well.
Very clean through to 11.
Well, Chalupka is the under-23 European champion of this year. He's also a bronze medalist at the under-23 World Championships this year, but he was the gold medalist in 2018, so he's clearly made his mark at the under-23 ranks, and it looks like he's going to make his mark here in the senior ranks. 2.77 up on Gestin of France, so we're looking at a new race leader, and of course the world champion, the defending world champion, Cédric Joly of France, didn't make the French team, so isn't here to defend his title. This is a great run coming together for Chalupka of the Czech Republic. He's straight through the bottom move. That is the last bit of difficulty, and he is surely going to take the race lead. 92.02.
92. Pretty respectable run. I think that could easily put him in a medal position, depending on what others will do.
I'd agree. He did have an 89 in the semi-finals, but he's delivered that under pressure. 92.02 seconds. There were faster runs, only just in the semi-finals, but the Czech Republic lead at the halfway point in this World Championship final.
A little low in 20, but he was able to get out of it cleanly, and
yeah, that possibly helped him as well through 21, 22, 23 to just hold that line, because if you haven't got much forward boat speed, the water really can push you around. So there, the response from the Czech Republic. Chalupka leads for the Czech Republic ahead of Nicolas Gestin of France and Lukáš Rohan of the Czech Republic. The top 3. Here are the results as they stand at the moment at the halfway point in this World Championship final. And of course we will try and get an interview with our race leader Vaclav Chalupka of the Czech Republic. He'll have to get his breath back.
Yeah.
But it'd be good to get a few words from him before we go into the second part of this final.
Man, I still can't believe
Halfway through the final, Vaclav, you're on top of the leaderboard. Are you happy with your run?
Well, actually, I'm happy that I won clean. That's definitely an improvement from my semi-final. But, well, I was a little bit slower on some places, and after all, I went like 3 seconds slower than in my semis, the raw time. So, well, yeah, mixed emotions, to be honest.
All right. Good luck. Keep your fingers crossed.
Thank you very much.
Well, there, our race leader, who I guess he's just processing it in his own mind in a way.
But I definitely understand what he's talking about. Getting to the end and seeing that you're slower than your semi-run can be a little hard, but I still think it could be a competitive time.
Yeah, well, he's in the bank, so to speak. The others are still to go. So we're at the halfway point. 5 to go, and it's a bit of a who's who of names. We've got the Olympic champion, Gargaud Chanut from Rio, the Olympic champion from Tokyo, Benjamin Savsek, both of them world champions. We've got Franz Anton, world champion of 2018. Alexander Slafkovsky, who has just kind of won most things except the world title. And now on course, under Elosegi of Spain, who is, well, super consistent. He's a silver medalist from the World Championships. He's a 4-time Olympian. Twice he's finished 4th. So what can he do in this World Championship final? Using his strong arms, leverage.
Yeah, he just has very long arms, and you really can see it.
He's up on the split, but only by 0.1. So a tenth of a second, nothing to choose between the top two.
Really nicely between 10 and 11. Oh, no.
So easy to just make a mistake, or just that water. It's not the most consistent bit of water, is it?
Yeah, you really have to go out of 11 and make sure you set up for 12.
So he has the time loss and a 2-second penalty, so it'll be quite an ask to challenge for the race lead from here. But Elosegi now 4.32 down, so still in the mix, but the damage is quite significant from the middle section.
Very nice into 20.
Looks very confident, got the line, and now he looks like he's got a good run coming through the final gates. Elosegi of Spain is outside the race lead time, but he's made up some time on the bottom. 95.17 and into 3rd place.
Even with that mistake, that was a pretty nice run.
Yeah, good stuff there. So then we see a little bit of indecision there on gate 12. It didn't quite on the setup go to plan, and then Anda had to react. Did well to react, but time lost and that penalty. And ultimately, without that mistake, he'd be really contending.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
So Anda Elosegi in 3rd place at the moment, but it is Vaclav Chalupka of the Czech Republic, still our race leader, 92.02 ahead of Nicolas Gestin of France, and Elosegi of Spain. 4 to go in this World Championship final. We're live from Bratislava in Slovakia. Still to come, we have the Extreme Slalom. That'll be this afternoon, 16:30, 4:30 Central European time. Head-to-head racing in the new event for the Paris 2024 Games. You can watch that live at Planet Canoe, 4:30 Central European time this afternoon. But here is the Olympic champion of Rio 2016, world champion on this course 10 years ago, Gargaud Chanut, who's been in supreme form in the last few World Cups and is the European champion of 2021. This is his opportunity to kind of, well, seal his season.
Yeah, finish the season off. Yeah, he's having a really good season. It's been really enjoyable to watch. Goes direct on 6 to 7.
So this is exciting now. This is through gate 8. He's up on the split, and he surely is extending it with paddling like that through 8 and 9. But he's taken a touch on the run into 10. So many people have done that with the bows.
Oh, got a little stuck on his crossbow across to 11 and took the touch off from it.
So the world champion of 2011, is in trouble, but he's very capable of recovering from that. But to take gold here, I think is quite an ask with +4.
Yeah.
Is he now fighting for a spot on the podium? 3.08, which is still, at the moment, good enough for a podium, but there's some big names still to come in this final. Over the drop, he was so good on this this semi-final.
He switched to his right side for the last.
He did that. He did that in the semi-final, and he was precision, pin high. He's done it again, but it's the damage in the middle. Gargaud Chanut of France puts in an outstanding run, 90.84, but +4. The damage was done in the middle, and into third place for now. But that was the expensive part. Well, we saw vintage Denis there. He took apart the top, he took apart the bottom, but it was just those two gates in succession, 10 and 11, that were his undoing. He almost did that too well.
Yeah, he almost did.
Just got across too tight and left himself with no space.
Yeah, it looks like he tried to go for the backstroke to get underneath it, but just hit it with his hand.
So Chalupka leading for the Czech Republic, 92.02. Gestin of France in second. Gargaud Chanut of France in third. 3 to go. And this men's canoe final now starts to become very real, as we will look to who gets the medals. Gargaud Chanut, he'll be disappointed with that, because the form he has come into these championships with suggested that he could be unstoppable as a world champion.
Very competitive.
Next to start, Alexander Slafkovsky of Slovakia. He's won everything there is to win in the sport in European World Cup level. He's never won the world title, never been to an Olympic Games. Well, the world title, he has the opportunity on this run.
Beautiful in 3 to 4. Very smooth.
Hugely respected paddler for just his technical ability and his ability to deliver under pressure. And he's got an advantage at the top, albeit it's slim. Yeah, the Slovak crowd warming up here, sitting in the September sunshine.
Wow, that was very nice.
That is what Denis Gargaud Chanut wanted to do in that middle section. If he had, I think Chanut would be very much in control in this final. So Slafkovsky coming towards the second split. He was up on the first split. Will he be extending that? Will he challenge Chalupka of the Czech Republic? And it is going to be inside that, surely, just inside. It's 0.24. It's all down to what he does on the bottom section. So Slafkovsky goes for gold here in Bratislava. Super tight. Wow, respect. Now that took some bravery to go with that line.
Oh, took the touch on one of the last gates, 22 looks like.
That could be significant. Slafkovsky will stop the clock just outside 92.17. And the gold medal continues to elude him. He was so close there. Just that touch on 22.
Looks like Chalupka just got a medal.
You're right. So the under-23 European champion is now a world championship medalist. Bronze medal at least, but, well, it could be more.
Color.
So Alexander Slafkovsky goes into second place for Slovakia, and it was all going so well. That was supreme on gate 20. It doesn't get much tighter than that. And then it's just unfortunate. We'll see it here. His bows flick up, and the slightest of touches, and that could well have cost him the world title.
And man, only by 0.15. That's such a small margin.
So 2 boats still to go in this World Championship final. There's our leader, Vaclav Chalupka of the Czech Republic, who is waiting to see. Well, he knows he's got a medal, but it could well be a gold medal. But the names to come are fearsome in this sport. Hugely talented. Franz Anton goes for Germany, the world champion of 2018, and arguably coming into good form at the end of this season. He was on the podium in Lascaux at the 3rd World Cup of the season, and really flying at the top. But a 2-second penalty on gate 3. So early setback for Franz Anton, but already absorbed some of that. Won his world title in style in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil in 2018. At that time, I think it was Ryan Westley was second for Great Britain. I'm trying to think who was on the 3rd spot of the podium. But Franz Anton now looks like he's still in touch. He's
having a really good run.
So that early penalty, I think, well, it could be significant, but at the moment, he will compete on level terms. 1 second down as he goes into the bottom section. Franz Anton. Well, Germany have already got 2 individual gold medals from these championships. Can they make it 3? That's not the best.
Slightly low in 20, but still had a good exit.
So it's going to be critical. Nice line through 22. He keeps the boat moving.
Oh no!
And he keeps it clean, but he does have to wait off the pole, and the time is slipping away. Into 3rd place for Franz Anton of Germany. And well, that was
wow.
Seat of the pants ride for Franz Anton at the bottom. He did superbly well to avoid picking up any more penalties. But there's no doubt about it, there's the penalty at the top of the course. Just brushes it on the exit. And the lead with 1 boat to go. The leader is still Chalupka of the Czech Republic, ahead of Slafkovsky of Slovakia, who's guaranteed a medal. And then Anton of Germany in 3rd. So, well, this has been an exciting final. 92.02 is the benchmark. Chalupka guaranteed a silver medal for the Czech Republic. And actually, well, the Czech Republic didn't have a great championships yesterday. No finals, but they've come right back today. Because in the women's canoe competition, they took the bronze medal, Gabriela Satkova. And now, 1 boat to go in this World Championship men's canoe final. He is the Olympic champion of Tokyo 2020, the world champion of 2017, and has a hugely consistent track record at World Championship level.
He's just such a smooth paddler. It's just so amazing watching him.
So Benjamin Savsek of Slovenia goes for gold here in Bratislava. 92.02, the time to beat. Well, Ricardo Funk has managed to do the double Olympic and world titles in the same year. Can Benjamin Savsek do that? Wow, that was a great rescue.
Even with that, he's still minus on the split.
So over a second up on the early part of his run. And super strong paddler, isn't he? You could see he was late on that move and he just kind of dragged it round.
He just pulled it. Very nice in 12-13.
So Savsek of Slovenia looks like he is starting to get his deadly view. Starting to really hone in on the world title here. 2.39. Wow. It's his to lose as he comes over the bottom drop. Is it all going to be determined by gate 20? Well, it's slightly safe. But if he can get out and he can keep it clean, then surely we're looking at the new world champion of 2021. Oh, but it's all gone wrong at the bottom. And surely that means Chalupka of the Czech Republic is going to be the world champion. Wow. So, Benjamin Savsek of Slovenia had it in his back pocket, but the bottom of the course bites again, and penalty there which is being reviewed. There's no doubt there's a penalty, but that section is being reviewed. He's in third place, but there we have the world champion of 2021.
How dramatic was that final?
Vaclav Chalupka of the Czech Republic is our world champion. So he goes from under 23 world champion and European champion to senior world champion here in Bratislava. Wow, your reflections there.
I'm just shocked. It really shows how slalom, it's not over till you finish and cross that finish line, because you saw multiple people mess up on those last two gates. And looks like Savsek, they gave him a 50, maybe because
deliberate displacement.
It could have been
unfortunate, but yes, that is now. So Franz Anton now confirmed as the bronze medalist. So let's just catch up with the world champion of 2021.
It's so much emotion down here. You're a world champ. You're now world champion. So much emotion down here. Tell me how you're feeling.
I'm actually speechless. I don't know what just happened. Yeah, it's gonna take me some time to to reflect it and to accept it. But wow, it's a dream come true.
You were clean. Your run was clean, but you didn't think it was fast enough. You've been sitting, watching. What a long time it felt like.
Felt like hours, to be honest. Yeah. I actually didn't thought that it's gonna be enough for the medal. But yeah, the course is really tricky, and actually, probably the going clean was the key today.
You're an under 23 champion. I mean, can you believe now that already you're a senior world champion?
Oh no. Well, it's true, but yeah, I don't know really what to say. It's awesome to add the big title to my under 23, and I'm gonna remember this day for the rest of my life. So. Oh yeah, thank you.
Congratulations, world champion, well done.
Thank you very much, thank you.
Well, what a final that was, and the world champion Vaclav Chalupka of the Czech Republic, and you can see he's taking it all in, but what a performance. Alexander Slafkovsky of Slovakia, what does he have to do to win a world title? He was so close, but he hit a penultimate gate and he settles for silver. Franz Anton, the world champion of 2018 for Germany, takes the bronze medal. And well, we've been really treated to some great finals here in Bratislava, Slovakia. And of course, we're not done yet. We still have 2 world titles to award in the extreme slalom. You can follow that live at Planet Canoe, 4:30 this afternoon, Central European time. And that'll be exciting stuff. But final reflections on this final, Zach?
Yeah, I'm just glad to see some new faces on the podium. And it's just how slalom is. It doesn't matter how good you are if you're a local. It just can change in a matter of moments.
Well, these World Championships have not disappointed here in Bratislava. We've had all sorts of drama. We've had firm favourites, big names, not even making it through to the finals. But then, despite that, the finals have come alive with some outstanding performances. And And, well, once again, we've seen people rise to the occasion here on the waters just outside Bratislava on the River Danube. Myself, Andy Maddock, and alongside me through this men's canoe event, Zach Locken of the United States team from the 2020 Games. And thank you for your insight throughout. It's been great.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.
But of course, don't go away, because we do have the medal ceremonies coming up. So the opportunity to recognise the medalists from the women's canoe and the men's canoe World Championships here in Bratislava, Slovakia. And don't forget to set a diary point for 4:30 this afternoon, Central European time, for the extreme slalom head-to-head racing. 2 more gold medals to be awarded. So the medal ceremonies will be coming up very shortly as we recognise our medalists from the women's canoe and the men's canoe competition here in the sunshine of Bratislava in Slovakia. Great performances, great weather, perfect conditions at this iconic venue, built 24 years ago. And, well, it's been feature on the world circuit for most of those years. 2 European Championships have been hosted here. This, the second World Championships after the first one in 2011. And modifications to this course ready for this World Championships, which have been really well received. The movable rapid blocks obstacle system has been installed, and the tuning that is possible through that system has really enabled the Wildwater to be very popular. So those are the medals that are going to be awarded. The hard-earned medals, hours and hours of training. The focus on these championships, and the moment is not far off before we see the start of the women's canoe singles medal ceremony for the 2021 ICF Canoe Slalom World Championships. So here we get underway with the women's canoe world champions. Our 3 medalists from the competition: Elena Apel of Germany, Mallory Franklin of Great Britain, and Gabriela Satkova of the Czech Republic. Our 3 medalists from what was an outstanding women's canoe.
The medals will be presented by Tomas Koniecko, ICF Vice President. The bronze medalist is Gabriela Satkova, Czech Republic.
So Gabriela Satkova of the Czech Republic there, and Tomas Koniecko of Germany, a member of the ICF board, who presenting the medals there. And there, our bronze medalist from this women's canoe competition, Mallory Franklin of Great Britain, world champion in 2017, Olympic silver medalist this year, and another silver medal to add to her world championship collection.
And the gold medalist and world champion is Elena Apel of Germany.
But the story goes to Germany today. Elena Apel has had, well, what a weekend. She was on the second step of the podium yesterday in the women's kayak event, taking the silver medal, but she's upgraded today and she takes the gold for Germany. So So let's listen to the national anthem of Germany. The world champion of 2021 in women's canoe, Elena Apel of Germany, Mallory Franklin of Great Britain, and Gabriela Satkova of the Czech Republic. Our three medalists in what was an outstanding final, and 8 clean runs out of the 10 competitors. The women's canoe athletes really delivering under pressure, and that was despite the fact that some big names like Woods, Fox, Fischerova and Herzog were not in that final. So don't go away, because very shortly we'll have the men's canoe medal ceremony. And again, what a competition. Another young paddler coming to the fore, making his name here in Bratislava. Vaclav Chalupka of the Czech Republic, taking gold here in the men's canoe event. Alexander Slafkovsky, so close to winning his first world title. Just a touch on the penultimate gate, meaning he has to settle for silver. And Franz Anton of Germany, the world champion of 2018, has a bronze medal to add to his extensive collection. The Olympic champion of Rio, the world champion of 2011 here in Bratislava, Gargaud Chanut of France. Well, 90.84 was his raw time, but he'll be ruining that middle section. Gate 10 and 11, 2 touches in 2 gates, and that has kept him off the podium in 5th place. So very shortly we will be underway with the men's canoe medal ceremony here for these 2021 World Championships in canoe slalom. On the final day of competition, but still 2 more medals to be determined in the extreme slalom. Follow that at Planet Canoe, 4:30 Central European time this afternoon. Final medalist is now in position. So we are ready to start the men's canoe medal ceremony here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present the medalists for the men's slalom ice canoe.
Great shot of the grandstand here in Bratislava. Here we have it, the medal ceremony for the men's canoe category here at this 2021 World Championships in Bratislava, Slovakia. Medals will be presented by the Secretary General of the International Canoe Federation, Mr. Simon Toulson. three medalists.
ICF Secretary General. The bronze medalist is Franz Anton of Germany.
Franz Anton of Germany, the world champion of 2018, bronze medalist here in 2021. Disappointment of not going to the games for Germany. He'll be pleased to finish his season on a high, especially as we'll be going to Germany for the World Championships in 2022.
Slafkovsky, Slovakia.
So the Slovaks celebrating a silver medal for Alexander Slafkovsky. So close to gold, but still superb performance secures him that silver medal.
And the gold medalist and world champion is Vaclav Chalupka of Czech
So the honours go to Vaclav Chalupka of the Czech Republic, the under-23 world champion, under-23 European champion, and now senior world champion of 2021. Congratulations, Vaclav Chalupka. You are the world champion. As we hear the national anthem of the Czech Republic. Three medalists and our new world champion, Václav Chalupka of the Czech Republic. I think it'll take a few days for that to sink in, but he has won his first senior world title. Our three medalists: Václav Chalupka, the world champion of 2021, Alexander Slafkovsky for Slovakia takes the silver, and Franz Anton of Germany takes the bronze medal. Here in Bratislava, on this great iconic venue. One of the steepest, fastest, most challenging whitewater courses